sneaking in here, gonna sit for a buck we call the new guy.
That is an unbelievable deer. You caught him. This week's episode, we're going to go to Northern Saskatchewan with team member Bill Silver. Now last fall, Bill teamed up with his good friend Jody, and the plan was for Jody to run the camera for Bill for most of the season. However, everybody at Canadian Whitetail shares the same passion, which is for the hunt and not necessarily who gets to shoot. And just who's in that shooter seat can change at any time. All of our seasons start early in the year, scouting areas, setting up trail cameras, and getting stands and blinds ready for the fall's hunts. After a long summer of scouting and preparation, the season was here and it was time to get to hunting. Except the winds were bad for the deer that Bill wanted to go after, but it was perfect for a couple of bucks that Jody wanted to take a look at. So their roles were quickly reversed and Bill put down his crossbow to pick up the camera.
Well, it's first week of October, and we're going in tonight at a stand here. We've been watching this guy pretty well all fall, and we just call him the new guy. He's a nice big 5x5 typical.
A great typical 5x5 with long beams, great tines, and an absolutely enormous body.
Real big mature bodied buck, and we've been kind of waiting because of the wind conditions and stuff. We haven't really had a chance to sit him, but he crosses through this area quite regularly. We've been pulling the cards pretty regular, and he's showing up on them quite consistently. So last few days right at 6 o'clock, so it looks really good. We're pretty optimistic here.
Bill and Jody get set up and settled in a tree stand for the evening hunt, and as usual, the first deer to appear are a few does. Still early in the evening, this young buck appears. With very little other action, it's not until just at last light, when Jody and Bill are about to get packed up for the evening, when the buck they call the new guy makes an appearance. Unfortunately, the buck is just out of range, and Jody is also running out of camera light, so they are forced to watch her target buck just slowly walk away. When filming hunts is your passion, letting a target buck walk because the conditions aren't quite perfect just comes with the territory. However, the next night that the winds are right, Bill and Jody get back in after the buck that they had called simply the new guy.
We're sneaking in here, gonna sit for a buck we call the new guy. We don't really even have a name for him yet, but when conditions are right, and we're pretty optimistic.
Hoping for another encounter, Bill and Jody head back in through the poplar and spruce forest where the new guy lives. The first deer of the evening to make an appearance is this young buck. Shortly after the young fellow makes an appearance, well, an odd thing happens when a congress of ravens begins to circle overhead, which by Native American tradition is said to bring good luck. Bill and Jody look back down to see a doe and the new guy making their way. This time he's well within range, and with lots of light left, Jody gets ready to take his shot. Welcome back. Before the break, in a very eerie fashion, Jody's target buck had made an appearance.
And that's that.
Did you hit him?
I think so.
That thing's fast.
That's really fast. He didn't have any time to jump that string. I hit him for 30, so I think I hit him dead on.
Look good to me.
Hey.
Look good.
Yeah, look good.
Alright. We just cranked a nice 5x5 big mature buck. We've been watching this guy for a couple months now. He was new stand we set up here, and watching this old non-typical, and boom, this guy shows up, chases all the other bucks off. We just named him the new guy. We didn't even come up with any kind of fancy name with him, but Jody had his heart set on taking him, and we've been hauling out this Excalibur 380, and man, let me tell you, it put the hammer down on me.
Yeah, that was awesome. Been waiting for this guy. He's been presenting himself probably the most out of any one of our bucks. And been hunting him, and he just hasn't been here. We've been here and only sitting when the wind's right, and it paid off.
Seems to be the Canadian Whitetail television way here. Cameraman gets his deer before the hunter guy does, but whatever. You deserve getting a good buck this year. Right on.
Okay, thanks, Bill.
Well, we'll give him some time here, and we'll get in here, and I think we could probably recover that guy tonight. He's double lunged. He's not gonna live long. So. Right on. Let's get down to the street.
Here.
Is that 35 yards?
35 yards. No chance to jump the string.
How's it look?
It's pretty saturated.
Good blood?
I think we're good. We'll pull out of here. We'll give him a little bit of time, and then we'll come back. We'll grab our stuff, and we'll go for the chase here and track him down. I don't think he's too far. I'm pretty sure we heard him fall.
Oh. Shouldn't be far from here.
Nope, there's white belly. He's right here.
Right on.
You can go too far.
There he is, eh? Big body, eh?
Oh, is he ever?
Yeah. Oh, there he is, big guy.
Well, whoo.
Look at that.
After 5 weeks of playing cat and mouse with this guy, he finally came out. This is the second time he came out in good daylight. We had to pass him up a week ago, I think. He came out in good daylight, but he didn't come right through where we were standing in the heavy traffic area. He came just and circled around a little bit too late, so it's too dark for camera light, so we had to let him walk. But tonight he came out in good light, and we made it happen.
Yeah, what a buck. He's an old buck. He's got a huge neck on him already. It's only the first week of October, and these guys are already all muscled up, and they're starting to do some rubs and scrapes, and really pushing each other around now. So yeah, our scouting year was successful this year. We found a few bucks to go after, which after the winter of 2013 was tough to do. So you know, he's an old buck. You know, he's got that nice maturity to him. He's got nice long beams, and we're just happy as heck to get him. So we better get him tagged up here and loaded up and get out of the bush.
All right.
Right on.
Right on, Billy.
Good job,
Thanks.
Jody.
Good buck.
Cameraman, eh? Yeah. Gets to shoot the buck first, eh?
Every fall is different, but one thing that usually remains the same is that it doesn't matter how much time you put into making your plans, those plans can change in an instant. Like what deer you're after or even who's hunting. Now Bill and Jody's plans may have changed a little bit as the season went on, but they still produced the same end result, which was a great old Saskatchewan buck on the ground. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Canadian Whitetail.